How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have a special guest with us tonight. They can say their names, what they do in the band, and of course, their band name.
Hi guys, we are the weather might say otherwise. My name's Damian Brown. I play guitar and I sing.
I'm Zach Richardson. I play drums, and we're missing our bassist. He got caught up in some school thing. His name's Tanner Morrison. He's here in spirit, I hope.
There we go. Well, I want to give a shout out to Dan because we were trying to figure this out for like 10 minutes straight. So shout outs to him. But the first question, guys, I have to ask is, how did you guys kind of start out the band? How did you guys all form together? And, pretty much like give me the origin story,
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much all started at a Battle of the Bands event at our college. It was our freshman year, and that was how me and Damian and Dan, we all got to know each other. And then Tanner I just knew through some other friends. And we never competed in that Battle of the Bands event, but we did end up playing our first show like 4 months later. So it all worked out in the end. We're here. That's all that matters.
There you go. And how long, I guess, have you been under the same member listing, like pretty much? And I guess how's the show's been and stuff like that? Obviously, I feel like it's a little bit of a sore subject to talk about now, but like, how have you guys been, I guess, spending your time in quarantine? Have you guys been like working on new music and like just kind of like figuring out like what you guys want to do next?
Yeah, we've been like a solid. We haven't changed our lineup or anything since probably like January of our freshman year after we formed. But I mean, shows, they were definitely getting better. Like we were starting to get comfortable in our skin and whatnot, and then COVID kind of ripped it away from us. But we've been writing just a whole lot of new music, so we're hoping to get some of that out there. We have a new single coming out soon.
Very
Friday,
cool.
So that's there. But we're working on a lot of new stuff.
And we all live together and stuff now too. So
nice.
It makes rehearsing and stuff, and just kind of like, oh well, you guys are here. Let's talk this over. It makes things kind of run smoothly.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
That's awesome. And like, do you feel like you guys have kind of like branched out on your sound, or like, do you feel like you guys have kind of tried different things that you might not have necessarily done so if you were like playing a lot more shows? Like if like COVID didn't exist and like you were out doing stuff, do you think the band's trajectory would be different from where you are now, or do you like that you've had the opportunity to kind of like hone in on what you guys are doing specifically?
I mean, when like COVID happened and stuff, we were definitely just such a different band in terms of, I feel like we were kind of more, I don't want to say poppy, but we didn't really we were we had an edge when we started out, and we were just kind of, roughing it down. And then COVID happened, and then Damian made me learn the double kick. And, I just think, just kind of the way things have like been going since COVID, I think it's just kind of got this kind of mindset on us to write kind of different music. And,
it's forced us to kind of move away from what we were used to. So it was I think it was, as much as it kind of sucked, it was good for us.
Just a growing pain, I think, looking back on it, and as we continue to go through it,
Yeah, no, I totally get that. I always am curious on like how bands kind of are like going through this time period, because it's like obviously something we've never been in before, but obviously music, especially live music, such an integral part of, I would assume, both of our lives. And so I feel like a lot of bands kind of like grow and learn different things that they wouldn't necessarily learn like if they were just writing music at home, or like being able to work on stuff. So I'm glad you guys have kind of taken the time to like mature your sound or advance your sound a little bit more. And obviously best of luck. But kind of the tail end to the next thing, who you guys influenced by, who kind of got you started out playing music, and then who influences the music more currently now?
I mean, when I started out on bands like Led Zeppelin, like classic rock, like that. And I moved pretty quick. I moved into like 2000s emo was kind of like my thing, and if you've ever heard of Biffy Clyro, they're
100%.
They're
hell
my
yeah,
biggest influence for sure. And
he's gotten all of us onto Biffy.
Yeah, I got all them attached to Biffy too, so that's cool. But that's, I don't know, and I've been playing and writing whatnot consistently since probably like 8th or 9th grade. So Yeah, that's, I don't know, that's my story.
Yeah, it's getting in, like, I was never part of like a, like Damien, you know, his family was kind of, I can kind of speak for Tanner on his behalf here too, because he's a very musical person, and he didn't really, like, Damien's dad like played in bands and stuff, and
Oh, very cool.
My dad has donated, like, so much of the equipment we have that we use came from my dad, so like he's the reason I'm able to do all this.
Yeah, so I mean, like, and you know, kind of getting into music was like just a little, it was kind of, what I wouldn't want to say tough, but it was just kind of, it wasn't really a natural thing I really would have seen myself doing. I think Tanner would kind of say that as well, but I don't know if he would say he doesn't feel it's natural in music, because he's just a whiz, just crazy, just theory and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting to see just the way it how it kind of affects, you know, how we kind of play off of each other, just kind of our backgrounds and stuff, and we're all very different people. I think
we all have wildly different backgrounds, and I think it definitely, like, it shows up in our music. I think it, like, not that like somebody would be able to tell who's never heard us or anything, but like if you were to meet us, I think you could kind of hear it in the way we play in the band.
No, yeah, I was able to check some of the stuff out, and I was like, man, I was very curious on like who, like, you know, who kind of got, like, I guess musically got you influencing, you know, kind of inspire your music now. And I definitely hear like a classic, like old school classic rock. Like, I'm old as dirt, so like I feel like for me, like for me it's like I grew up listening to that stuff too, so like for me I find that like kind of nostalgia thing of like you guys are definitely taking a lot of like classic rock influence, which is awesome. But I also feel like you pull from like more modern rock. Like I definitely feel like more like UK rock. Like I know Biffy's from the UK, so like I definitely feel like you guys pull in that aspect of music. And I'm glad that you guys like Biffy, because obviously I feel like they've blown up since like when I started listening to them, which was, God, it was like a couple years ago now at this point. But
what album did you get into? Which one?
Oh man, I'm totally brain farting right now, but it was early on. Like it was before. I would definitely say it was before they reached, like, I remember I interviewed one of this band like a while ago, and they were like, they all said like, check out Biffy Clyro, and this was like probably within like my first year of doing the channel. So then I was like, oh, I'll check them out. And like, I mean, obviously they were popular in the UK, but like I feel like
super big.
They weren't, I feel like at the time they weren't really as big here. And so I checked out their stuff, and I was like, wow, this is like completely different from what I listened to. So then I checked out, so then I've just been kind of on the train of like just checking out any release that they have out. But I can't, the name escapes me on that record that got me started into them, but I'm gonna look like an absolute poser. But yeah, no, I feel like you guys kind of take inspiration from that as well as like classic rock, so it's always good to hear, you know, that sort of stuff. Is there any other bands like more modernly, like along with Biffy, that you guys pull influence from?
I would say honestly, this man loves Blink-182, and I think we honestly pull a lot from them too. And probably like it's probably like a 60-40 split there. We all love Blink too. So I don't know about I don't know, what are other bands you can think of?
I would kind of like think of honestly just whatever whack stuff Tanner listens to. Like Tanner's just all over the place. He loves ABBA, and he really loves Hayley Williams from Paramore, her first solo album. He loves that. So he's just I don't know, I feel like Tanner kind of brings like he's got a wild card to the table. Yeah, exactly, an eclectic taste. Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
It's I don't know how much I personally hear it a lot, but like I do know there are some concepts within some of the songs that's just like, that would never have happened if it wasn't, you know, Tanner with his you know, his perception of things. Would never have happened.
That's very cool. I'm glad you guys are like, obviously you live together, so I feel like that kind of helps with the integralization of like writing songs and like being influenced by each other. Because I feel like with a lot of bands, it's like, oh, we go to band practice and like, you know, we see each other for like a couple times, maybe a week or whatever, and then we're like back living our normal lives. But I feel like this I felt like with the stuff that was sent over by Dan, like I feel like it was more personable, like, you know, like there was just something about it that just like screams that, like, obviously I feel like the common trope between like pop punk artists is that they're like, oh, we're best friends and like all that sort of stuff, but like I feel like with your guys' stuff, like I feel like it is in that, like I feel like it's very much in that lane, which is great.
I
like
like hearing that.
it feels very like, you know, like friendly, so I gotta give you guys credit for that.
Yeah, thank you.
But the next thing, guys, you know, for people who are checking this interview out and like aren't familiar with your band, and they want to kind of like know more about you guys, what would be one song you would recommend to like a new listener that's like, you know what, this is the quintessential like song that I feel like you guys should listen to when you're, you know, checking out our band?
As of right now.
Yeah, I would say I don't know though, man, because 2020 is kind of, I don't know, that's like I feel like that's our anthem, but I don't know.
All right, so we're gonna split here. I would say Ghost of Jimmy Igo, which is one we have out right now.
Yes.
I think the reason I would say that one is because I think it's a little more like it kind of shows more of the direction we're heading towards with the music we haven't released. So I think that would be a good one to listen to, because if you like, I think it's more of a, if you like that, you might like the other stuff we're planning on releasing or getting out there, you know.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I don't know. I think I'm just biased toward 2020 just because that's just the first song we wrote in.
Yeah.
I've always loved it. I've always just loved the whole composition of it, and just, I don't know. Yeah, it's always had a special place in my heart.
You're always gonna love that like first baby, you know. I got you.
Yeah, it's the firstborn. Yeah. The firstborn.
Yeah. Well, guys, you can check out both of those songs. I'll drop links in the description where you can watch it either here on YouTube or Spotify. I imagine it's all wherever you can find music. It's probably gonna be there. So go check it out. Highly recommend either one of them. I think you can't do no wrong. But the next question, guys, keeping it more current. What have you guys been listening to lately? What have you guys been jamming on the regular?
All right, one. I don't know if it's like. Yeah, I don't know. It happened a few months ago, but we all like recently kind of realized that the new Machine Gun Kelly album is so good. It's so good.
Like, we all kind of like had this.
We all had this weird epiphany where we just
all
like,
at the same time too.
Clicked. Yeah, no. So that's one that we've definitely loved.
It was, we all went home for Christmas, and then we came back, and it's like the first time we were back, it was like, oh, dude, I listened to Machine Gun Kelly's album. Like everyone in the room just looked like, oh. Like,
yeah,
what, you like it? Like, yeah, it was awesome. Like, oh, put it on right now. And yeah, it's like, we play the whole album at least 2 or 3 times a week now.
Very cool.
I mean, might not want to admit that.
Oh, another album that it's I guess more so this year, but Prince Daddy and the Hyena.
Ooh, yeah.
Our buddy James got everyone in the house listening to that, so that one gets thrown on a lot too.
It's a big one.
I'm trying to think about it.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Young the Giant. That's been a big one
nice, yeah.
Which is a little stuff. I'm usually kind of into more heavier stuff, like not like heavier stuff, but just like just loud music, like not like death metal and shit. But it's got some energy to it, and I'm just kind of taking a step back.
You ever listen to Phoebe Bridgers?
Oh, she's fantastic. One of my.
We like Phoebe Bridgers here too.
I feel like that last record, Punisher, she did recently, that was awesome. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Julian Baker. She's also great. Her new record just came out like I think a month ago, maybe a little less. It's fantastic. So I got both of those ladies. Shout outs to them. They're great.
Thank you. I gotta check it out now.
I feel like someone's played one of those Julian Baker songs for us, and I do remember really liking it. So
have you ever heard of Boy Genius?
Oh yeah. I went down the rabbit hole of like Julian Baker, Phoebe Bridgers, all that other stuff. Like I feel like I'm deep diving into like folk music, which if you caught me like years ago, I would have probably been like a little more hesitant about checking out that music, but I've been on a folk kick. It's so good. Like they're both fantastic.
Can't blame you.
No, yeah, absolutely no shame in that. They're just ridiculous, both of them.
But Boy Genius, more specifically, is great. I don't know. Whenever it's like a female pair, oh, it's just so great.
Crazy, yeah. I mean, those two, they're just so like, not dominant, but like they're just such powerhouses of like sad emo like music. Like it's, I don't know.
Just team up hits you right here.
Right in the chest. Right in the chest. I remember. I went to a record store and I picked up. I know it's for sure the second record that Julian Baker wrote, and I was just playing it in my house. And I just remember sitting on my couch and just like tears just crawling down my face as I was like listening to it. Because I had listened to it. I had listened through a couple different times, but I hadn't owned it. So then I like was like, oh, I need to play it now on the record player. So I put it on, and I was just like, oh my god, this is so great.
Yeah, I feel like that's just gonna give you such another wave of like emotion washing over you. Just like it's on the record player right there. There's got to be something to it right there that's gonna push you over the edge.
Oh, 100%. I do like that you guys said the new MGK record. I had listened to it and I was like, you know what? I feel like it's a little bit hypocrisy to enjoy that record as much as I feel like I did. But it was good. I thought it was definitely better than like, cause like people, I feel like you either get the side where people like hype it up a lot and they're like, this is so good. And then you have people that are like, nah, he's like, he just got bullied out of rap and now he's doing pop punk. And so I was like, I've never been either a fan of his rap career as well as like his pop punk career. So I kind of went into it in a very neutral way. And I was like, this is solid. Like, this is a very good like pop punk record. Obviously, Travis Barker had a large hand in it. So I feel like, he's great. You know, Travis Barker, do no wrong. So I feel like for me, I was like sold on the fact that Travis Barker was on it. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I feel like I'd be like a little bit more hesitant on it, you know?
I think, dude, Travis Barker definitely just had so much influence on that album. Like, I know he did. His drumming, he really can.
It would definitely not have been the same thing without him, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think we would have. I wouldn't enjoy it anywhere near as much if it wasn't him on there.
Yeah, it kind of feels like, I feel like I would describe it as like almost to the point like if Blink-182 was like making a resurgence, like real pop punk,
a good resurgence,
like a good resurgence. That's what I would assume that record was. Like if you take MGK out and you put like Mark Hoppus and you put like maybe Matt Skiba or like, you know, we all want Tom DeLonge back, but like if we put that
his alien work,
that's true. He's doing the Lord's work with the aliens.
Yeah, I need to say.
But yeah, like I feel like if you took MGK out and replaced him with like OG Blink-182, I would have been like, this album was like released like 10 years ago, you know, like it's just more modernized, you know. Mm-hmm. So I have to agree. But
I don't know. I respect just the straight nosedive into pop punk. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be real, but
same.
It surpassed my expectations.
I feel like a lot of people were either like, what is he gonna do, or like people were gonna be like sold on it immediately. And I think it's kind of like a mixed bag still, but you know, still we're very much in the favor of like most people enjoyed it. So go check it out if you haven't, if you've been living under a rock.
We recommend you.
Next question, guys, a fun one. If you guys could pick a song to cover, what would it be?
I don't know. If like a one cover song, I don't know, dude. I love Mr. Brightside. Mr. Brightside so much.
Maybe the Drake and Josh theme song too.
Or
maybe just like any good TV show like intro, you know, like Teen Titans one will be sick as fuck.
The Johnny Test one.
Yeah, Johnny Test would be dope. Johnny Test would be so cool.
Theme songs, we love theme songs.
Johnny Test.
I feel like if I had to offer any advice, I feel like it would be cool to see like an early 2000, maybe like late 90s, early 2000s like mashup of like some theme songs. I feel like that'd be tight. Like if you just
That would
ran
be
through
so
like
cool.
a couple
That'd
of
be
them.
really tight, yeah.
I feel like that I would totally like share the shit out of that.
Like some, yeah, like
We'd have to
Scooby-Doo
figure out
in
some
there.
good ones, Matt. Oh, dude, the Simple
Yeah.
Plan Scooby-Doo
Yeah.
theme.
Ooh, classic.
That
I
one's
like that.
pretty gnarly.
That's a good one.
Get them all in there together.
Yeah.
Yeah. We found a way to merge the Immigrant Song with Bulls on Parade. So I think
We used to
we're
do that
probably
one.
gonna have to look into this cartoon mashup.
Yeah,
thing.
we're gonna do some research. Don't worry.
There we go. Well, if you guys have any recommendations, you're like, man, I like this band, and now I want them to do either the mashup or another cover song, drop them in the comments. I'm sure they'll check them out. Who knows? They might wind up covering the song you recommended.
Definitely. We're
Next question, guys. Another fun one. Have to ask this: favorite food to eat? What's your go-to?
I think I'm going mac and cheese, honestly.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
respect it.
But yeah, I don't know. I've been on a fried chicken kick, so I really like that.
ooh, that's another.
I don't
good
know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Damien's probably cereal. I
Yeah,
can probably
cereal.
answer that one.
Doesn't even matter what cereal. Just cereal. I'll take it.
he was just eating cereal before this, and I was just eating mac and cheese before this.
Some great value almond milk.
Yeah.
Really great.
one. Oh man.
It depends. If I want something sugary, I'm going for Fruity Pebbles. If I
Ooh,
don't,
okay.
I'm going for plain Cheerios.
Very plain Cheerios.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I've thought about this enough. Don't worry.
I know you really were on top of it, so I was like Fruit Loops, yeah, vibing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fruit Loops are gnarly. Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. That's plain Cheerios. I feel like that's
That's what I'm saying.
that's a tough that's a
I'm
tough
not gonna
hand.
lie. I don't know why.
Totally.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I love plain
Not even
Cheerios.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
No,
Yeah.
not even.
I guess
Oh,
I guess
man.
he said he was
It's falling under the non-sweet.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. I think Honey Nut Cheerios might be a little too.
I
sweet.
feel like in this grand scheme of things, if you're picking like Fruity Pebbles, that's like just pretty much sugar caked on there.
Yeah.
And then like Honey Nut Cheerios is like down here. It's like in the healthy range. I feel it's like it's like
I would agree.
if healthy food was like here, it's like in the suburbs. It's out here like just hanging out. I like that's how I view it. I would never consider.
Yeah.
I would never consider plain. Like if I had to choose between like if somebody gave me plain Cheerios, someone gave me Honey Nut Cheerios all day, every day. No matter.
That's what
I
I'm saying.
respect the choice for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe Rice Krispies, I think, would be my non-sweet one, but
Mm.
even if I'm having that, like, I would just be adding a crap ton of sugar to that.
Listen, Kellogg's, get on it. Support our boys here. Get that sponsorship. Listen,
Yeah,
I'm sure they're gonna ride or die for cereal. So I mean, we literally we talked about cereal for like a straight 5 minutes. How you can't get better marketing on cereal right now.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
let's go. Tag them in
It's just free
Twitter.
advertisement.
Free advertisement. Make sure to tag them below. I'm sure I'll leave their social media link. You got to tag like Kellogg's or Post or I don't know who makes cereal, but somebody
You know where to find us.
you know where to find the cereal, so go do that. Next question, guys. Another fun one, music related, of course. If you were to have a guest feature on your next record, who would you want to choose?
Da Baby. Did
Wow.
I say it right?
I think
Da
you're
Baby.
right. I just thought I misheard that. So
Da
yeah, I need
Baby.
some explanation now. That's like
I don't know, honestly. I think I don't know if that could be our final answer. I don't know how we could incorporate
That's his
Da Baby.
final
I mean,
into
that's
any
your
of our
final.
music.
I'm trying to think. I would probably say Josh Homme.
Oh, it's a solid
Yeah.
choice.
I mean, him or Dave Grohl. It's Dave Grohl.
So
Replace you on
yeah, I was gonna
Josh
say you don't need a drummer if you got Dave Grohl.
How Dave
Oh,
could
yeah.
sing.
That's true. Dave, I'd let him.
Yeah,
take my
he's
spot.
replacing you, not me.
Who said? Listen, all I'm saying is, who says he's replacing any of you guys? He could just be
Right.
like auxiliary to your band. That's the whole point of this. So
He can be our understudy. Yeah, we don't actually-
listen, I'm not saying for or against it. That's your choice, but
just business. That's all.
it's just
Purely
business,
business.
purely business. Oh my god, great, awesome guys. Next question. my personal favorite, because I'm a nerd and I love asking it, if you could be a video game character, who would you choose?
Oh man.
Oh, I would say Ezio.
Ooh, okay. I've been getting that a lot recently.
Yeah?
I don't know. Yeah, I got that. Like, this is probably I did a few last week's over the weekend, and I think like 2 or 3 people also said Ezio. So I feel like, listen, classic.
All right. So it's a I'm gonna have to think of another one. You
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck between like a Pokemon trainer. I can't think of which trainer in which game I'd want to be.
Listen, you're speaking to the right guy here.
Yeah. Oh man.
I'm a big Pokemon fan.
Oh, we went on a huge Pokemon grind. There was like a week where all of us were just playing Pokemon for like 12 hours a day.
Oof.
I think I put like 50-something hours on Pokemon. What was it? I think it's Soul Silver.
Yeah.
I put like 50-something hours on it in a week. It was not healthy.
It was less than a week.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite of all time. That's Soul Silver.
Yeah, that was my first
sick.
time playing it, and that was awesome. Like I hadn't played it like any Pokemon game in like 10 years, and like going right into that was just unreal. Like that was, I think I'd probably have to say Soul Silver then, whatever the trainer is. My trainer's name in that is Zaddy, so
I want to say, I'm pretty sure his name, like his actual name, I think is Brendan, which I think is hilarious because my name is Brendan. So,
we were just talking about the scene in
Oh, this scene in Night at the Museum too. He's on a hill, and his name's Brendan.
Yeah.
The most popular baby dance of 1995.
Yeah. This is Brendan right there. But yeah, I'm going with that guy for sure. That's
okay.
Yeah.
I'm
vibing.
vibing.
All right, whatever. I'm sticking with that too. Let's go.
There you go. Listen, both classic answers. You're right,
Yeah.
right up my alley. I mean, I don't even have to show you guys. I'm sure you just know. I just got my Pikachu on my desk here. You know, I got some I got some other shit on here, but that's probably one of my favorite ones. And then I got this dude Dialga. You know, my guy. So that's what I got. I mean, I got some other stuff here. Let me see. I got Soria for Kingdom Hearts, you know, got that little dude on here. I got some Kirby, you know, Kirby, the guy.
Let's go.
I have Sonic on here, you know, going Super
that's
Saiyan.
sick.
That was dope.
Yeah, I bought this from, I think I got it from like Target or something like that. So
That's sick.
you know, for the fines, but yeah. But yeah, no, I love asking this question. I feel like most like band guys, like band people, like are into video games. I have very rarely found. I mean, there's some outliers, but I'm glad you got. I feel like I knew. You know, I had the vision.
What would you say? What video game you going?
Well, you actually stole mine, which is Brendan from Soul Silver. That's for sure. That's mine.
Great minds think alike.
Great mind. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've just been a Pokemon stan since I could remember. So I mean, like I've been playing that. I played like the original Silver, so everybody can tell how old I am. But yeah, no, I that's like my favorite game series. I'll never not buy Pokemon stuff. So shouts. Pokemon, if you want to sponsor me, that'd be great. I'd love that.
Pokemon,
Nintendo, and you know, either one of them I'd be down with. But next question, guys: if you were to compile a dream tour lineup, who would be on it? Obviously, I feel like it's without saying your band's on it. You know, just saying.
Yeah. I think Biffy's got to go on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vibes.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd want it.
Oh yeah, Dogleg. I would love that.
Oh, okay.
Dogleg? Yeah.
Yeah, Dogleg would be crazy.
I would like to tour with Dogleg too.
And maybe I don't know. I don't know. Who would the last guy be?
If we're taking a 4-band.
Man, I think we'd have to keep it. We have to keep it local.
Keep it at 3
right now, we have to bring our homies up with us. We take one of our boys' bands at Ashford probably.
Ooh.
We take them with us. They're a small band in Buffalo. You should look them up. They're called Ashford. But,
awesome.
Yeah, I think Biffy Clyro, TWMSO,
Dogleg and Ashford.
Yeah, that would be. I would buy tickets to see that. Yeah.
I mean, listen, if you guys want to buy tickets for this, You can buy it in insert year, because I'm not a liar. So, listen, if you can make it happen. If I say that it happens within this time frame, listen, can't be wrong.
How can it not? Yeah.
How could it not be wrong? And on top of that, we're manifesting it into the universe. So if we want it to happen, listen, you gotta go on the computer. You gotta type in twitter.com, and you gotta type in every band that we just talked about, and you have to tag them. And then you have to say tour ? And then listen. I feel like that's how tours are made. On Twitter.
Right, I guess we're gonna do that
on Twitter. Oh yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. I mean, I'm old as dirt.
I don't know how to book a tour, man.
I don't fucking know this shit either. So if you guys want to make it happen, you could do it. You have the internet, so make sure it happen. But next question, guys. Who puts on a great live performance in terms of the bands you've seen? I know that's obviously a little bit of a tough subject to talk about now, but who's one of your favorite bands to see live?
I feel like that's a good question for you. Damien has seen so many.
I've seen a lot.
So many bands. So I think that's such a Damien question right there.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I mean, honestly, Biffy was a really crazy show, but I don't want to see it.
We've answered Biffy 3 times.
It's all good. It's all good. Listen, we know they're good here, so that's all that matters.
I don't know. I mean, I saw the Foo Fighters, and that was a pretty great show.
Ooh, man.
That was Dave Grohl puts on a show and a half. He was in his he was on his throne too. He had the broken.
Oh, was he? Oh, that's so sick.
And I mean, he still put on just as much of a show. It's crazy.
Do you know what year? Do you know what year that was? Because I like every time that I want to see them, I've missed out on seeing them by I was either working and I couldn't take off or something. So I was curious.
2015 when I saw them.
Oh, very cool. Okay, so they had. I'm trying to think what record they were.
They just pushing. Released Sonic Highways.
Sonic Highways. That's what it was. Yeah.
I think Sonic Highways was 2014, and then they toured.
They toured 2015.
Yeah. Yeah, and
nice.
You saw on the same tour, right?
Yeah. I was living up in Canada at the time. And,
oh wow!
And I saw the Foo Fighters on that same tour that he saw them in. I saw them. Was it Pittsburgh? Right?
Pittsburgh. Yeah.
So that's and then we had no idea that the other ones existed.
Yeah.
We wouldn't know for another 4 years.
Very cool. Great band. Again, I feel like I need to see Foo Fighters in my life, and I have not yet. So I think that is on my bucket list.
They're definitely turning into dad rock, but still,
it's a rite of passage.
It's a great show, no matter what.
Listen, they're like dads now, so I feel like that's a given.
They're well beyond dad age. It's all right.
It's okay. As long as they're still making music, I feel like that's the key, exactly. The quintessential.
Exactly. Yeah.
Next question, guys. Favorite TV show, favorite movie?
Oh, I could definitely favorite TV show, Malcolm in the Middle, by far.
Ooh, okay, vibes.
Favorite movie, probably. I mean, it's kind of tough because I love horror movies, but I don't want to say a horror movie because that's not my favorite,
I feel yeah.
He's torn.
Yeah, I think maybe Pineapple Express or something.
Oh, classic. That's a good one. Yeah. I like that. Seth Rogen classic there.
It's classic. Oh my goodness. It's just so many good quotes in that movie. Just love it. Yeah. What would you say?
I don't know. I feel like I might say Avatar show.
Oh, that's a great one.
And then movie either Fantastic Mr. Fox or no, that's definitely my
favorite. Yeah.
I love that.
That's pretty solid.
That's a solid movie. I feel like that's one for the books here.
Avatar's so good.
Yeah.
But Avatar, yeah, that's oh man, that's such a great. I have to go back and rewatch it again. I haven't watched it since I was a kid, and now I need to rewatch it again.
That's one of the things I did when I got home for quarantine. One of the first things I did was Avatar's going on Netflix. I guess I'm watching the whole thing.
Oh my god! All right, well, I'll have to maybe by next time we talk, I'll have all of it under my belt again for the second time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Next question, guys: if you were trapped on a desert island for the next month, and there was one record you could bring with you to listen to, what would it be?
Oh man, these tough questions
Yeah,
today.
these are
Oh
tough
man,
Oh.
these are really making me question my entire life. Like, I don't know.
I
guess
wouldn't think
it's
that. I would
good.
hope
It's good
not
to
that
think about
far.
these things now. No, I mean, but it's like wow, I love this, but I love that, and how can I? And then I'm trying to think of how can I get the best of both worlds, but
I
it's not the
feel.
same thing. And
Listen, it's gonna be
yeah,
cemented on the internet for forever. You know.
yeah, exactly. Well, the
This is your
people.
take for the rest of time, Zach. Make it
I wouldn't
count.
say it.
Exactly.
Well, it would be your take until the next time you guys come on. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I think I would probably say just man,
As of-
self-titled Blink-182. I
there it
think.
is. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and say Dude Ranch.
Yeah. Oh, wait, we got the. Yeah. Oh,
You guys
That's
are
kinda funny.
Blink stands. I feel that. You know, that's
They were
it.
blinked out.
Yeah, totally.
Listen,
This man,
that's
he didn't used to always love him. But...
I did not used to like Blink that much, but they
really. Oh my
Mm.
god. I feel like I have always loved Blink, but I kind of stopped loving them after. No offense to Matt Skiba, but I just kind of like dropped
this
off.
man is not a Matt Ski.
I'm not a Matt Skiba fan. I'm not saying like Matt Skiba's a bad person.
Yeah,
Probably a very
totally.
nice dude. He probably makes. I mean, Alkaline Trio is a great band. It's just not my cup of tea, you know. So I feel
Yeah.
like I gotta give him the kudos, but you know, it ain't for me.
Not for everybody. Not for everybody. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the last thing, guys, I've been asking this to a lot of guests that I've had having on recently. You know, what people who have made it through this entire interview. Thank you for watching, first of all. Secondly, what do you want people to take away from your band? Like, whether it be on a musical aspect, a lyrical aspect, or a combination of the two. You know, what do you hope that new fans watching this will take away from your band, you know, collectively?
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I guess like, I mean, personally, if like what I would say is just what the whole reason I'm in music, just if you take away that if you want to start a band, go start a band. If you want to start a record label, go start a record label. And I hope that after seeing us talk, you got a good impression, and you want to go listen to our music, and after listening to our music, it kind of inspires you to maybe pick up the guitar or something, or the clarinet. I don't know, just go out there and do something. Go grind out that paper, whatever it is. Just kind of give people a little hope, or entertainment. I hope that's what they take away from us today here.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I hope people are able to just find joy in our music. That's really like the biggest thing. Is I hope that it can be at least a slight kind of escape. Escape from reality, kind of like a little world to kind of go into, and like I don't know. I definitely, especially with the newer music, like the lyrics are getting more personal. But I don't know. I definitely write relatively depressing lyrics, but I'm not trying to like make people sad. I don't know. I kind of want people to think about like the more intense things that don't always get talked about, or you don't want to bring up to yourself. You
Yeah.
don't face it. Like I hope it kind of makes people think about that.
I always think with pop punk, it's like strong lyrics with a smile. I feel like they always like I don't know. Like I feel like I don't know if I listen. I'll probably coin that phrase. Then no kidding. But like
I like that.
I like that phrase.
I feel like I feel like that's really kind of what, for me at least, that's why it draws me to like pop punk, is that like I feel like the lyrical depth is like, especially for like a lot of bands now recently, I feel like is really great. But it's just like that music that kind of sticks with you, and you're just like, man, this is really sad, but like that music is just like really in my head. And so like I even felt that with your guys' band, like there's this kind of staying quality to it. So again, keep doing your thing, and guys, thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much for having us, dude. This was awesome, man. Some great questions. I had a great time.
Thank you. Which kind of tails into the last thing. Tell the people where they can find you at on social media, what you guys have coming up. Obviously, you talked a little about new records, so I don't know if you have a release date for that yet, but just like if you want to give any more information about the band, now is your time to go.
All of our social media should pretty much just be TWMSO. Just the weather might say otherwise, is far too long of a name to remember and type in, so we just abbreviated to TWMSO. I'm sure you search that up, it'll be one of the first things that'll pop up for you. And yeah, we have a new single coming out on Friday. It's called "I'll Drink to That." It's a song that Damien stole from me and made a lot better. And yeah, I mean, it's like coming out on Friday. There's a pre-save link and stuff. So yeah, if you dig it, then yeah, hell yeah.
Our music is it's on. Should be the stuff we have out right now. I'm pretty sure is on pretty much all the major streaming platforms, and then that one, I'll Drink to That will be on all of them on Friday. So yeah, you can find us pretty much anywhere.
There we go. The weather might say otherwise. I'm pretty sure I got that right. If not,
yes.
TWMSO, go check them out. I'll leave links in the description where you can find out about their band. I'll leave the 2 links for their 2 songs that they recommended to you earlier. So go check those out and go, by the time this interview comes out, their new song will be out as well. So go give that a listen, share that as hard as much as you can. And if you are on Twitter, make sure to tag Foo Fighters, Biffy Clyro, your mom, I don't know, whoever you want, tag them on Twitter and make it happen. I don't know what you can watch back and say what we were talking about, but just you're gonna manifest it. We gotta manifest it. We already manifested it in this interview, but now you have to make it a reality on.
We're gonna do it again.
You have to do it again, and also make sure to tag them so they can get a cereal cereal sponsorship. I totally tongue-tied that, but you know what I mean. Go do it. Listen, I feel like a lot of bands aren't trying to push for cereal, so I feel like if we're gonna do for anything,
it's a niche market.
It's a niche market, so get TWMSO on it, and then we'll be all good to go. If you enjoy this content, share, like, and subscribe. It goes a long way, of course. I feel like if you don't ask for it, you won't get it. So thank you guys for sharing, watching the video, and thanks of course to TWMSO for coming on. You guys are great.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, this was awesome, dude. Keep up the good work, man. Keep it up. This is awesome.